How to increase your online sales for your e-commerce business. Increasing online sales usually starts with one simple thought. We just need more traffic, right? So you run ads, you post more on social media, you refresh the product page, and for a moment, things look a little promising. Then reality hits. Traffic goes up, sales don't. Your online store gets plenty of visitors, but your checkout page feels like a ghost town. That's when most e-commerce businesses realize the problem isn't visibility, it's what happens after someone arrives. Online sales don't grow because of just one tactic. They grow when the entire buying experience starts working together. Why most businesses struggle to increase online sales. Most businesses don't have a sales problem typically. They usually have a friction problem. Online shoppers land on a site, scroll a bit, and quietly disappear. Not because they hate the product, but because the experience doesn't answer their pain points fast enough. Product descriptions are vague, pages load slowly on mobile devices, trust signals are buried, and the checkout process asks for a little too much commitment a little too soon. The result? Missed purchasing decisions and a lot of almost sales. When you should actually focus on increasing online sales. Here's the good news. If you already have website traffic, existing customers, or an email list, you don't necessarily need a miracle, you need optimization. This is the moment where improving what you already have becomes the most powerful tool in your growth stack. You stop chasing more people and start converting the ones already paying attention. So after all of that, how do you actually increase your online sales? Well, it starts with conversion. Not traffic, like I mentioned it before. You may think that you have a traffic problem, but you really have a conversion problem. Before you add more fuel to the fire, you must fix the engine. Conversion rate optimization, or CRO, is about understanding how real humans use your website. Heat maps, session recordings, and A/B testing show where curiosity turns into conversion, or confusion if they don't buy. At Strivena, we build specifically on our Hyperdrive WordPress-based framework as it focuses on the things that actually matter. Page speed, mobile usability, conversion rate optimization, design enhancements that create not just a better user experience, but journey, flow, and checkout. In one of our client examples here, these types of changes in 30 days drove a whopping 141% increase in consultations, leading to selling their most expensive product. Same traffic, same store, largest revenue to date for that week for that company, and it continued to grow from there. So if your site doesn't convert, more traffic just means more people leaving your site faster. After you figured out the conversion problem, now you solve the traffic problem. So you must attract the right type of traffic. Not all traffic is created equal, and tracking where your best source of traffic is coming from is absolutely critical. For example, most of the time, search engine optimization or SEO strategies built around buying intent keywords bring in shoppers who are actively comparing options and will produce extremely warm traffic. On the other side of search, paid ad examples like Google Search, Google Shopping, Performance Max, display campaigns meet customers right exactly where the purchasing decisions matter most. Side note, YouTube continues to grow at an incredible rate, and you must have fantastic video. And if you do, you must advertise on YouTube. Speaking of great video assets, take those to social media as well. Facebook and Instagram ad platforms provide e-commerce businesses with other ways to bring in your target audience. But again, you must have compelling video and photo to do so. If you don't, you will just be wasting your money on ads that don't convert. Next, after you figured out the conversion problem and started increasing your traffic to your site properly, through SEO or other paid means, you must look at your average order value and figure out ways to increase that value without being too pushy. Here's where things get fun. Instead of asking, how do we get more customers now, smart e-commerce businesses ask, how do we get more value from each order? In fact, effective upselling and cross-selling can account for up to 30% of e-commerce revenue when implemented thoughtfully. The key is relevance, not pressure. Examples include bundling products, smart upsells, cross-sells that actually make sense, free shipping thresholds that nudge and don't really annoy people, and post-purchase offers that feel helpful instead of desperate are all quick examples of how you can increase the value from your current customers. Again, the goal isn't to sell more aggressively. It is to serve better at the exact moment where intent is already high. Next, you fix the checkout experience. Shopping cart abandonment is the silent killer of all online sales. Most carts don't fail because of price. They fail because of friction. Exit intent pop-ups, abandoned shopping cart emails, and trust badges can help, but checkout optimization is where the real gains happen. Some of the best practices include fewer steps, offering guest checkout, multiple payment options, and most importantly, a clean design. Every unnecessary field that you have on there is a reason not to buy to potential customers. So you really have to dial in your checkout experience. Last, retention is where you can really compound your sales. New customers are exciting. Don't get me wrong, they're great, but loyal customers are the most profitable. Referral programs, loyalty loops, repeat purchase incentives, and win-back campaigns turn your customer base into a true growth engine. This is where Striventa's flywheel approach really shines because we align foundational and growth strategies into this self-reinforcing loop. Next, the metrics that actually matter if you want to be an e-commerce business for the long time. Traffic is a means, not the goal. What matters is revenue, conversion rate, average order value, customer lifetime value, ROAS, return on ad spend, repeat purchase rate, and how efficiently your flywheel moves. Those numbers tell the truth. You can't always trust your feelings or emotions or gut. You have to look at the data. Before we wrap up, here are just some quick tips for additional e-commerce growth. Email marketing that turns buyers into loyal customers. Your email list is not just for promotions, it's for relationships. Also texting, you have to include texting in any sort of email automation as well. So welcome flows set expectations. Abandoned shopping cart sequences recover lost sales. Post-purchase emails build confidence. Loyalty and win-back campaigns, as I mentioned before, turn one-time buyers into repeat customers. Now, I know I said email marketing, but email marketing and text marketing go hand in hand. In fact, text marketing is much more effective and continues to be much more effective if done well, according to those principles I stated above about relationship building. Marketing automation ensures the right message reaches the right customers at the right time without manual effort. Content. We could spend a whole other video on the types of content and what to do, and every business is different, but content and video do much more than just build awareness. Content is not just top of the funnel. It's for building trust. Comparison pages, FAQs, case studies, demo videos for your product. Remove objections before shoppers ever reach the checkout. Video on YouTube and TikTok can drive high intent traffic that directly pushes people to product pages, but you must have video, photo, content that answers the questions when they get there quickly, so it'll be built for conversion, not just views. Good content removes doubt. Great content drives decisions. Next, local search. I know this is all about e-commerce business, but e-commerce businesses that have local brick and mortars can capitalize on some true low-hanging fruit. Local search still wins for physical locations all of the time. If you have a physical location or a service area, local SEO matters more than you realize for your e-commerce business. In fact, in one of our Striventa case studies, consistent Google My Business profile optimization drove a 115% increase in incoming leads, fueled largely just by near me searches. So just because you have an e-commerce business does not mean local is out of reach. Google continues to optimize for local and you must take advantage of it. Social media. Big question. Again, we could spend a whole other video on that, but social media should be entertaining, build authority, and then sell. Shoppable posts, DM automation, user-generated content, and retargeting ads turn engagement into revenue. Paid strategies across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok deliver true return on ad spend or ROAS results when tied directly to the product pages and proper tracking. So in conclusion, increasing online sales isn't always about doing more. It's about making your online store easier to buy from, harder to leave, and smarter over time. When your website has the best possible conversion rates and you're sending qualified traffic and your checkout process is frictionless and your retention systems are working, your growth will be endless.